Hello dear children. We were doing the chapter about vectors. The chapter name is Motion in a Plane. So the topic that we are going to discuss today will be called as vector addition. So actually we'll be following a statement to prove that what vector addition is. Statement is such as if two or more vectors are drawn, because this law is applicable if there are two vectors or more than two vectors. So if two or more vectors are drawn in such a way that the tail of second coincides with the first and so on, then the new vector drawn from tail of the first to the head of the last is called as resultant vector. We'll understand this thing in a better way when we'll be drawing the diagram. So first of all, I'll explain you a term called resultant. So basically resultant means we represent resultant by R vector, and if R vector is written as A vector plus B vector, suppose A vector is a force and suppose B vector is also a force. So if A vector acts on a body and if B vector also act on the body, so both will produce some effect on that body. So the total effect produced by the two vectors taken together is termed as the resultant vector. Meaning we can say the single vector R can produce the same effect as A and B were doing together. I hope it is clear now. If I'll write a C vector here, it will not make any difference because resultant meaning the total effect. So A and B total effect will be equal to R vector, and this R vector is termed as resultant vector. Now second thing, when we will be needing to add the vectors. For example, you will never be in a practice of adding displacement to force. Have we ever listened that a force is being added to a displacement? Never, because we always add the same quantity. So vector addition follows a very simple and main step. First of all, that vectors of same nature can be added only. So if the vectors are of same nature, then displacement will be added to displacement, force will be added to force, acceleration will be added to acceleration, and so on. So that was a very important point that we should understand before studying vector addition. Now second point will be explaining this line. Now I'll be explaining this line mostly in two cases, and we'll be considering first of all two vectors. Suppose two vectors are A and B, then why I'll be in a need to add them? If both are acting on a body at same time and same point, on a single body rather you can say. So if A and B are acting on a same body, on same object, now beware because we are using the point object still now, right? So acting on the same object and at the same time, only then I can add, and I'll be in a need to add of those two vectors which we are talking about. So now moving further, one more point, I'll be adding A and B if they are in same direction, acting on a body in same direction. That is angle between them is 0 degree, and the second case will be they are acting in opposite direction, and meaning angle between them will be 180, because 180 degree tells us that the bodies are opposite, 0 degree tells us that the bodies are parallel to each other. So first of all, coming to this thing, suppose a body is placed here, and on this substance a vector A is acting, another vector B is acting. So if A vector is 6 Newton direction is shown in the diagram, so I'll not be writing the direction, and B vector is 2 Newton, suppose. Now if I have to add them, then I have to apply this statement here. What will this statement tell us? That suppose draw the first vector, just pick it up from there and draw it somewhere else. Pick it up in the same sense how it is placed there. So vector A, and now what you will be doing, head of first and then tail of second. Just pick the second one up and then place it as the tail of second, and head of first should coincide. So this is second vector, B vector. Now what is the next step? What is the last step? When you are done doing this, because only 2 vectors were there and I'm done doing that, so I'll be doing the next step. What is that? The step tells us that draw a new vector. So I'll be drawing a new vector starting from first tail and ending up to the head of last. So this vector fully represents the resultant. So direction, as we can see, direction of the resultant will be towards the same that A and B were. And what will be the magnitude? This was 6 Newton, this was 2 Newton. So it is understood that this total vector will be 6 plus 2, that is 8 Newton. So vector addition is same as that of algebra. When you will get 6 and 2 in algebra, if you are asked to add them, then you will give the answer as 8 Newton, and that is the case in the vector addition, like only when the vectors are acting parallel to each other. Now let's see what will be the case if they are acting opposite to each other. So drawing the diagram again, let this be a block. Now I am considering in most of the times the vectors to be forces. This law is easily and in same way applicable to any other vectors also. So we are considering force because it's easy to show the forces. So let this be the first force, A vector, and A vector is suppose 7 Newton. And another vector is acting on this body, and the line is not so large, so I might write it to be say 12 Newton. Now just draw those 2 vectors as we wanted them to be. Just pick vector first up, then we'll draw 7 Newton like this. Then what we'll do, head of first, tail of second, just pick it up from there and put it over it. Then tail of second, vector should be drawn something like this, and now this is 12 Newton. So what we are going to do now, the tail of first was somewhere here, it is not visible here, tail of first and head of last. So this is the new vector drawn. What will it be equal to? If the whole is 12 Newton, this is 7, then this will be 12 minus 7, that is 5 Newton. So what we are doing, symbolic form says you are doing A plus B, but algebraically you are doing the subtraction. But this is called vector addition. So that's the beauty of vector addition. What it will say, the vectors are, if taken in opposite direction, then they are subtracted. Then what will be their final supposition will be, if vectors are in the same direction, they are directly added using the rules of algebra. If they are in opposite direction, if they are at 180 degree opposite to each other, then the subtraction rule will be applied. In next video, we'll show you if the vectors are acting at some other angle than 0 and 180 degree, might be an acute angle, then how will they be added? Thank you.